How to have fun anytime, anywhere. Step 1. Go to ChumbaCasino.com.
ChumbaCasino.com. Got it.
Step 2. Collect your welcome bonus.
Come to Papa welcome bonus.
Step 3. Play hundreds of casino-style games for free.
That's a lot of games. All for free?
Step 4. Unleash your excitement.
Woohoo!
Chumba Casino has been delivering thrills for over a decade. So claim your free welcome bonus now and live the Chumba life. Visit ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Tape Deck Media.
Good morning, Ruddlers. Fuck's sake. As I was saying, good morning, Ruddlers. It is me, your faithful host, Taylor Ruddle. I'm coming to you with some potentially disappointing news today, and that is I am going to announce that the Ruddlemaniacs podcast is going to be put on ice for an currently indetermined amount of time. The main reason, more than anything, is that I'm just tired. I'm burnt out. You've heard of me say a lot on the podcast when talking to other creatives that the key to a successful online project is the fact that the process is sustainable. And I think I've unfortunately been burning it at both ends for the past probably 3 to 4 months. And the sort of week in, week out grind of creating the podcast has just been wearing me out a little bit. I should say the actual creation of the podcast is kind of the fun part. It's all the admin and such that has to go alongside it. And it's one of those things where I haven't really seen any kind of significant growth in the podcast this year at all. So my thinking is that if I want to see if I want to see it reach more people, more bigger numbers, that kind of thing, it's not going to happen with the current level of effort that I've been putting into the sort of back end side of it, which is promotion, doing clips, that kind of thing. Now, people always do say that you shouldn't be creating these sort of projects with the idea of monetization in mind, which is true to an extent, but I think with a project a little bit like this, I've always kind of looked at the podcast as a bit of a loss leader. I was happy to create it because it was serving as a really good way to network with other comedians and just other people around the country. However, the amount of time that I'm sort of putting into it versus what I feel like I'm getting out of it is not really, the scales are not balanced at the moment. As of this time, I think I have maybe 20 kind of dedicated listeners, which, 20 people in a room is nothing to sneeze at. That's a lot of people that I'm talking to. And I am honestly very grateful that you would spend your sort of Monday mornings with me listening to the podcast. I'm assuming at an office job that you work, which is what I used to do when I was really making a dent in a lot of podcasts. But I've sort of been... I've had a long chat with Tristan Miller when Tristan was visiting New Zealand most recently, and Tristan said, "Fuck me." I'm actually going to leave that in because that helps illustrate my point. I've been sick for coming up a month now, I think, and that's another reason I just want to get rid of all this extra stuff on my plate at the moment. That's kind of... I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just burnt out. I'm just tired. I've been sick for... how many weeks is that? I'm just looking at my calendar now. Since the 28th of June. So that's like 1, 2, 3. Heading into my 4th week now being sick. And I think it's just because I just cannot rest at the moment. It's just, it's relentless. The expression I heard someone use was there's no days off in showbiz. And I think you kind of start these projects like podcasts or video series or whatever it is when you've got a lighter schedule for your like gigs, your performances. And then when that ramps up, it's really hard to keep justifying to yourself why you're spending 2-3 hours a week putting together a podcast that's not really it's not really benefiting your career any. Again, I don't want to sound ungrateful. I just think so talking to Tristan Miller, and Tristan was saying that for something like a podcast, you sort of need a machine behind you, and the whole state of podcasting is really weird at the moment. Like, it's sort of, if you follow podcasts, they were indie for ages, and then they suddenly got really commercially viable. But I believe we are on the other side of a sort of of the bubble having burst. Like, I've noticed whenever my podcast app plays ads, it always just plays the same one twice, which says to me there's probably not a lot of money being spent on podcast advertising. Now, again, there is more to podcasting than just making money off it. And it's been great to meet people that at shows that are listening to the podcast. That's like one of the greatest feelings ever, when you meet someone and you go to promote the podcast and they go, oh yeah, no, I'm a listener. But yeah, it's just all this. It's all the extra time that really grinds. It sounds so stupid and it's so first world problems, but like, it's one thing to make the episode, and then you have to write out the description, you have to upload the thing, you have to schedule it, you have to queue up a bunch of posts, all your different feeds, you have to make sure the links are working, and it's just like a lot of busy work, a lot of faff that is like just a drag. It's just a drag to do. So what I would like to do is I would love to keep doing it, but I think I need to find a producer who will kind of, the thing with me is I'm trying to do stand-up, but I'm also promoting gigs. I'm trying to do online content. I'm trying to make the podcast. I'm having to wear all these hats, and it's just like there's so much extra work that I would need to do, I think, to gain viewers or listeners of the podcast. And that's like this sort of relentless, you've got to make clips and post it at the right times and all that kind of stuff, which I just don't have the spare time to do all that, nor kind of the motivation, to be honest. So I suppose, like if you are a podcast producer and you'd be interested in working with me on something, let me know. Or, if you know someone that is, that would be interested in doing something, let me know. But I think for now, I kind of just want to have a little bit of a rest. Like, I mean, we just dropped episode 131, which is about an episode a week, and then sometimes 2 episodes a week for the last 2 years. I don't think I might have missed like one upload in that whole time. So I think I'm just worn out. It's a hell of an achievement, and I've got a real backlog of stuff to listen to. But yeah, I just need a break. I need some time off. I don't even really know why I'm recording this. Is this interesting to the listener, or is it just me complaining about kind of first world problems? I don't know. Right. Well, that's about 10 minutes of talking. So yeah, there won't be an episode next week, and I don't know how long I'll be on ice for. Knowing me, there might be a special interview that I want to do or something sporadically, but yeah, for the time being, the weekly Monday thing is not gonna happen. Should also say a big thank you to Dan Bublitz Jr., the owner of Tape Deck Media. I sent him a DM asking if he would mind if I took a bit of time off. I was thinking it would only be a couple of weeks, and Dan was really cool about it. Dan basically just wrote back, take as long as you need. So big shout out to Dan. Really, really good guy. And I appreciate being on the Tape Deck Media network. All right, listener. Well, thank you so much for listening. If you've listened to all 131 episodes, then thank you from the bottom of my heart. I wish you all the best, and I look forward to talking to you again in the future sometime. Ruddler out.
Thank you for listening to Ruddle Me This. Don't forget to hit subscribe and leave me a review on your favorite podcast platform. You can find me on social media at Taylor Ruddle Comedy on all the major platforms. You can also join patreon.com/Taylor Ruddle Comedy for free, which gets you access to all sorts of extras and behind the scenes content, as well as allows you to communicate directly with me and let me know what you think of the show. Tune in again next Monday for another episode of Ruddle Me This, and until then, Ruddler out.
This has been a Tape Deck Media production. Thank you for listening. Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.